there, grade 5s. This is just a little insert. I wanted to teach you about the difficult concept of contrast that you definitely need to know and understand to be able to do a black and white artwork. If you just come and have a look over here, here's the word contrast. Okay, now what does contrast mean? It basically means a difference. Okay, now you get a lot of differences, complete opposites, such as sizes. So you get big versus small. Okay, you get shapes. You get pointy, jagged kind of shapes, and you get organic shapes. So geometric, organic, you get sharp, you get all sorts of different types of shapes. And if you have an artwork that's got very contrasty shapes, it makes an impact. Colors, okay, you get complementary colors. They're opposite on the color wheel. They're very, very bright when you put them next to each other. This would create a contrast, but we don't need to know color for today because our artwork is in black and white. So definitely what's very important is light versus dark. Okay, now you get two types. Okay, you get a high contrast. High contrast means an artwork has got a very big difference between one of these. So in other words, if you have an artwork with light, and it goes up in tones until it gets to very, very dark. So you got a range from light until dark, and that light and dark are complete opposites. So there's a high contrast because there's a very big contrast between light and dark. And the difference over here is you get a low contrast. Low contrast means that there isn't so much difference. Like for example, you sometimes see an artwork and it's just a lot of medium. A lot of medium without any light and without any dark just looks a bit meh. So it doesn't really grab our attention. That's because we use contrast, okay, to create an impact. Creates an impact. It makes us look there. It is the wow factor that makes us look at the artwork. And that's why we use it. So when you're using when you're making a black and white artwork, you need to consider contrast all the time. Because if you've drawn a black eye, for example, and you've colored the whole thing is black, and now you've got black feathers all the way around, you have to leave a little bit of white around there so we can see the difference between the eye and all this black that's around it. If you didn't have that little edge of white, that contrast, we wouldn't be able to see the eye with all this black. So black against black, no contrast at all because there's no difference. White against white, again, same thing, okay? You use your black and your white to create contrast, which will create impact and give us the wow factor.